Hello. You are watching Straight from the Doctor's Desk with me, Dr. Andrea Purcell, where we help women struggling with health and hormonal issues reclaim and regain their life using natural medicine. This is especially important when we are navigating menopause, thyroid issues, and chronic fatigue. So my goal is to help you get back to that life that you love. Today, we're diving into a hidden but incredibly common health issue that affects women at every stage of life, especially important during the perimenopause and menopause timeframe. And we are talking about vitamin B12 deficiency. You might be deficient in B12 and not even know it. Most doctors do not test for it. B12 deficiency is often missed or overlooked in conventional medicine. Many women's levels fall into the normal range, but they are not in the optimal range. So even if you do get a test, it may just look like you're in the range and have symptoms of fatigue, brain fog, mood swings, and numbness, often brushed off as aging or stress-related issues. So if this sounds familiar to you and you feel that you've been told that everything is fine, your labs are normal, but you are dragging, disconnected, feeling like the light bulb isn't going on, then maybe it's time to do a little digging and find out more about vitamin B12 and what your levels truly are. So vitamin B12 is essential for energy production, nerve and brain function, red blood cell formation, DNA synthesis, our moods, our mental clarity, and these important things called methylation pathways, which help our liver to detoxify. So when the B12 levels drop, everything starts to slow down, and that means you start to slow down. There are active forms of B12, which are very important if you're going to supplement. So there are a number of different forms of B12. Not all are created equal, and not all are the active forms. So the most common active forms that I absolutely love and use all the time are methylcobalamin and adenosylcobalamin. One helps methylation and nervous system function. The other supports cellular energy and mitochondrial function. So one for nerves and one for cellular energy. Cyanocobalamin is not an active form. It is a synthetic version. It's found in most cheap supplements and is usually in the injectable form that a lot of conventional doctors' offices offer. And it's not ideal. It's not absorbed well. There is something called MTHFR mutation. It's a long word. It stands for methyl-tetrahydrofolate reductase. And up to 60% of our population has a genetic variation in the MTHFR gene, which impairs the body's ability to methylate. And that's a process that's critical for detoxification, hormone metabolism, DNA repair, and our neurotransmitter production, right? So if we have an MTHFR mutation, your body is not going to be able to convert inactive B12 into the active form. This can lead to a buildup of toxins, mood issues, and increased risk of chronic disease. That's why I test for methylation in my practice and use methylated B12 forms when I'm going to recommend a supplement for women. So why are so many women deficient? Why are so many people deficient? Women are particularly vulnerable to B12 deficiency for several reasons. If we have a compromised digestive system, we are not going to absorb it. Vegetarian or vegan diets do not provide B12. Chronic stress depletes our B vitamins. Certain medications and certainly hormonal birth control, the synthetic kind, can deplete also B12 and B vitamins. What if you're in that 60% that has the MTHFR gene mutation? Well then, and then we add menopause to the mix where we may be already a little deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, and our body is going to require those to help with the transition. So it has increased demands on the body. And it's no wonder so many women feel depleted. So here are some of the red flags that I often see when it comes to a deficiency. Fatigue, just having no motivation. Brain fog, memory issues, mood swings, including depression and anxiety, numbness or tingling in the hands and feet, sometimes lightheadedness or dizziness, poor balance, coordination. And, these symptoms are pretty general, and they can mimic things like thyroid problems, iron deficiency, or even like early dementia. And that's why women will come to me and say, Dr. Purcell, am I getting dementia? I feel like I can't remember anything. So just to recap here, conventional lab testing often misses the mark. And if they even do test for it, which is rare, they'll say, oh, your B12 is normal, right? So the range is like 200 to 1,000. So if you're 250, you're normal. But, that's the low end of the range. When I look at labs, I'm looking for optimal levels, not just average and normal ones. And we need to run more specific testing, inflammatory markers. There's some really great ones to test if someone's B12 deficient, in addition to vitamin B12. It gives us some better insight whether your cells are actually using B12 efficiently, which is especially important if you're one of those people with the MTHFR mutation. So B12 supplementation, especially that methylcobalamin form, can be life-changing and just help our nervous system work better. Because you have to remember, your brain is part of your nervous system. It's part of your central nervous system. So vitamin B12 certainly can give energy, help the liver, help the brain, and support some of those detoxification pathways. We need it. Planet Earth is a great place. It's also a very polluted place. So we need to help our bodies detoxify. And if you're feeling overwhelmed by this, you don't need to. As a naturopathic doctor, I've been helping women with all kinds of things related to health and hormones for more than 20 years. I customize plans that are geared specific for you. We will determine what is happening with you. Are you B12 deficient? Do you need to supplement? What type of supplementation? And just guide you through the process. Because it's not about chasing symptoms. It's about restoring balance so that you can feel like yourself again. Because you deserve to feel good, and your family needs you, and the people who love you need you. You have gifts to share with the world. So if you're exhausted, foggy, frustrated, just don't ignore it anymore. Don't try to push through. It's not just about you're getting older. It's that your body is changing. B12 deficiency is totally fixable. It's one of the first things I look at when a woman tells me she's not feeling right. So if you suspect that you might have that and maybe some additional things going on, you could just set up your free discovery call with me. We can find the answers and get you back on track. If you like this post, just find me on the web at www.drandreapurcell.com. And we'll see you next time.